Hi guys, welcome back to Motorsport Manager. Now, things might be a little bit hectic in this one for me. I had basically got this good 95% recorded when the game decided to crash, just randomly. And we were doing really well on that last race. Seriously, I was about to get a 3rd place finish and a 5th place finish. That's what we were looking at. So I'm a bit pissed off. But we'll carry on. So, sponsorship-wise, we've got Phillips now. They offered £100,000 up front and £100,000 per race, which we'll take that for 4 races. Parts improvement-wise, I've taken away from the gearbox. We'll have 2 new gearboxes made before the next race, so I figured we'd start making an improvement on the brake and get some reliability there, which means hopefully the suspension's going to be the only thing we have to worry about. There's no point in getting the reliability on these gearboxes up when we're not going to be using them. Talking about the gearbox, that is about to be done. So let's go to design a new one. We'll take acceleration plus 20 and the reliability. I know we can get more out of, say, that, but we'll lose 20. I know we'll lose 20% reliability. I mean, we'll go up to it, and it's red. I want to be able to use something straight away. So I'm going to take that one. We're not going to get much out of our gearboxes this year, so our engine is now down to 3rd best. That's going to quickly drop. So that's just how life is. Let's go to fit these parts. We'll take that there. It's fine. We offered a contract to the young lady in the last episode. She's not happy with it. So when I offered her that last time round, she didn't like it. But I'm going to try again. So I don't want to offer her too much money. I don't want it to be too expensive for us. But should she not take it, there is another guy I'm looking at. I'll show you that in a bit if she doesn't take the offer, basically. So that's Beijing for someone else. Let's get that one out of the way. That's for the World Motorsport Championship, which is the top championship. So the new gearbox is done. So let's get that fitted. Here we go. Dunzo, Washington. Improve the parts. Let's take away from those. Let's get the gearboxes up to snuff. Yeah, we'll carry them. No, we'll improve the gearboxes first. Or should we improve these? No, we'll do the brakes first, actually. We'll get the brakes improvement up. I'm more worried about getting the reliability there as opposed to the performance of these parts. So, you know, that should be around about 80% before the race. We'll do that. Could do that. 9 days. No, I'd rather do that as 11 days because these will be nearly ready with 2 days left. So we've got this contract proposal. How did that go? Didn't like it. So I'll show you who I was looking at instead as an alternative option. It wasn't Scott Speed, was it? Where's the guy? Dino Morris. Now, smoothness and feedback are shit, but he's got a lot of potential. He is 17. His marketability is 78, whereas we go to Gomez, his marketability is 51. Forney's is 11, and Riem Kastler, who's just... So I don't know. It's not much. I want something that's going to improve us straight away, but then have some work. Because I like Zineda Maligan. It's dumb apparently, so maybe not. We need someone basically. Mike Rockenfeller's going to be too old. Phone's in the way, so I keep looking around it. That's the World Endurance Championship. I don't think. Yeah, you wouldn't be happy, would you? That's what we're in. He sees it in our championship. Now, Sophia Florsch might. Yeah, we might have a look at Sophia Florsch. Training young drivers. Well, you are a young driver. Feedback plus 1 marks, but minus 30. How much are you going to cost me though? Quite a bit. I don't really fancy you. Well, I kind of do. She's quite hot, really, for a 17-year-old. I don't really fancy you on my team, though. That's the thing. Josie Thomas IndyCar Series. That's the series above us, isn't it? It is. So she won't want to step down. Giacobi Tossi. Not interested. Shame because he's a pay driver. I'd quite happy. Annoying other half minus 10. Okay. We're gonna keep an eye on him though. I'd like to sign him, obviously with the potential he's got and the fact that he's a very good driver to begin with. But we might just stick with Gomez for now. Just for now, anyway. Male. So we've got a 37 lap race. Lap record is 1 minute 12. That'll get smashed by whoever is like the fastest guy. A lot of pressure is placed on the brakes. So maybe us looking at improving the parts and doing the brakes is a good idea. How are we looking? We're at 79. So we've got some reliability going on. That's good. Which these more reliable than they were. So IndyCar series. It's fine. How else can we get this going? Is there anything else we can do? We've still got like really shit drivers. Car is still really shit. 4th best air staff, 2nd best. Sponsors are 2nd best. We'll have another sponsorship after this race. I don't know if we'll get that. Hopefully we will. 400,000 per race and an upfront of 5 million. It's going to cost. We worked out we're going to lose another. Well, it's 13.2 million pounds over this course of the season. Now, obviously, I don't really want to be spending too much money. At the same time, we need to spend money. We'll definitely need to get some new engines. Wait. Martin Haven. Looks a little bit like James Martin. Just a little bit like James Martin. Now, I'm going to take the 400,000. I think we've got to, really. We just have to. There's no sort of ifs or buts about it. There's no point in taking 100,000 because it's not going to make a big enough dent. Whereas 400,000 would make life a little bit easier. We're not going to get the first half of that in the qualifying, but we could get it in the race. So, 200 grand. It's raining, so basically I think these are predetermined at the start of the season, or at least after the previous race, because this is exactly the same setup, like rain-wise, as it was when the game crashed, like before the game crashed. So it was raining for the first bit, and then the rest of it was all dry. So, but I'm going to do what I did last time around, which is going to take super softs. I know it's raining. I don't care. It's not raining in the actual race, so what's the point? Might as well take the super softs. And there we go. So yeah, might as well take the super softs, get the super soft bonus. If we might want to use it, as opposed to the pointless intermediates that are not going to be any good. What am I doing? Just no. Race trim. There we go. Oh shit, he's... No, fuckity fuck. Oh, you are on the right tyres. Thank fuck for that. I thought I didn't change his tyres over. Get these overtake, attack, push them up real far. We'll get a couple of laps out of them first. Now, when I was doing this last time around, before the actual game crashed, we managed to get level 2 on the softs and level 3 on the race knowledge. Now, it was only level 2 on the soft, or the super soft, should I say, because we're not using the right tyres for the weather, basically. It's not the right conditions, so you don't get as much feedback out of them. But I don't really fucking care, basically. All I want is to get some knowledge. And the sound has gone, weirdly. That's weird. Sound really went out there. But I did zoom out. I don't even know how, because I didn't actually zoom out. The game just done it for me. So, one thing I will say is that this is exactly where I put it last time around when I was doing this. Exactly the same places. It was poor, as opposed to very poor, good, very poor. So, maybe that isn't set for every single thing. Handling to... Oh, I need to get the downforce sorted out first. Let's go that way. Handling, probably there. Speed balance. We'll go short, I think. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll have a play about. On the same tyres. The Thorny, great, very poor, and good. Same tyres. Yep. Now, I don't really want to mess around with this too much, but I will push it slightly. Let's go this way. Speed balance is enough at either side to get a rough idea. So, we'll do that. push him around again. We're about a quarter of the way through, and we've just hit level 1 for the race trim. I haven't actually finished a full lap yet, which is it doesn't really matter because it's only practice. It's just nice to know how well you're doing, I guess. But don't know. So he's happy with the handling. He's happy with the handling. That is good. We'll let him get another lap. We'll let him get a couple of full laps out before we bring him back in, shall we? Should get level 1 on the super softs any second now. The weather has gone dry again, so that'll start building up a bit faster. Race trim's just about to hit level 2. So they do have fast laps. Let's get that paused, get them ready to come in. So he's very happy with his handling. Can you tell me anything else? You're happy with your handling, guys. I can see that. Can you tell me anything else? That's all I want to know is, are you happy with everything else? So, he's still not happy with his aero. Would you prefer an orange aero? So, we need to go the other way. Like there. Might be a bit too much. About there. Let's get this handling back down to there. Speed balance. More or less right. It's just that downforce I need to worry about with him. You got great, excellent, great. That's fine. Maybe we just like that, just to see if that does anything, so we can get excellence across the board. Same tyres, yeah. Same stint, yes. Head on out then. I am a little bit concerned that I oversold the team, and that we promised a 5th place finish overall. I don't know if that's going to be happening. If it doesn't happen for us, if we do get fired at the end of the season, I will start a new playthrough, by the way. I'll go into GT series and I'll see what other mods are out there. I think we may try another mod. There is a fire mod as well as the ice mod. Now, I don't know what the fire mod does, but we'll have a look. I'll work it out. It's starting to be a bit of rain. Oh yeah, because at the end of the thingy. That's fine. Now, as you can see, we've got level 3 for the race knowledge, the race trim, but I don't think we're going to get level 3 for the super softs, unfortunately. We're not going to be far off it. Not going to be far off it at all, but there's not enough time left on the track for us to get it. A little bit unfortunate. But it's just how it is. As you can see, it's going to be rather fucking close. Rather fucking close indeed. Oh well. Oh well. So, decent times, really, but no one else is gunning it. So let's get pushed through. Fortunately, no Marcel or Jonathan, which is always nice. And it is sunny again. See what I mean? It must be predetermined at some point. We'll take those. That arrow though. Let's go further that way, I guess. I mean, we are able to play around with this a little bit. We'll take the ultra softs to begin with. So we're at 94. That was 95. So we'll take the 95. Again, ultra softs to begin with. There we go. Let's take the qualifying. I did actually get to 40 to 99% previously, so I'm a little bit disappointed and pissed off about the whole thing. Gomez was at 98, so 99 and 98 was like ideal, really, if you think about it. Auto for you, we'll do the right thing with the Forney. Let's get him sped up. We'll get him to the midway between the S and the P, that little gap, and then we'll take us down. Apparently Jesse is now playing Rust. I don't care. We don't need to know what other people are playing, Steam. I'm sure I'll probably turn it off. But overheat and perfect for Gomez. And perfect for Forney. That's good. And we'll try them out on the super softs after this one. We might get faster laps, you never know. We do have that performance bonus. I don't know if it's actually, it makes them better than the super softs or not, the ultra softs or not, but we'll find out, won't we? So Jones has got the fastest first sector. Bird's got the fastest second sector. Gomez is a lot slower than Bird, nearly a full second. And Deforney is seventh of a second slower. And we're getting pushed back. Lopez is coming in. I say we need to finish above 7th if we want to get our qualification bonus. We're not going to, so Algasari, Michelle, Daly, Tossi, Prost, Stroll, all of these guys are faster than us. So let's get to Gomez. He should be pulling into the pit now. Let's send him out on the super soft to see what happens there. That handling though. I'll do one thing. That might do it for the handling. That should be fine. Let's get him on these super softs there. I can only apologise for hearing my wife in the background. She's talking to, I believe, her mother. So let's get him super softs for you. Off we go. So we'll leave Gomez on auto. Deforney is currently sitting in 7th, is he? He is. I don't know if everyone else has come in yet though. And there is a second lap. Everyone will be able to get a second lap out, so we may get slower. I'm happy that we're doing better than we did in the last race though. Our qualification was a lot worse than this in the last time round. Obviously you guys didn't see what happened when I originally done this race, but our qualification wise is a lot better. I think we got 13th and 12th. Good and perfect, so we could get something a bit better here. Don't care about the flying laps. Let's get this sped up because this is the last thing. I don't think we're going to improve on these. We've got slightly worse. Yeah, as you can see, we've got white and white. These aren't worse tyres, which probably should have taken the ultra softs, but fingers crossed. Now, people do have outlaps. Turvey's got an outlap. So quite a few of these guys here on outlap, as I say. So all of these ones here with these little sections here are going to get laps in. Now, Jerry's going a lot faster than he was before. So we may lose a couple of positions. Obviously, we're about to come back in. Just 3 drivers we need to worry about. Turvey, Apt, and we know Apt is fast. There we go. Turvey's just pushed us out of our sponsorship objective. A bit pissed off about that. And Apt has just pushed us down even further. But 9th and 12th is still better than what I did in the last attempt at this race before the fucking game crashed. So hopefully that will carry on for us. We can push on, do a little bit better in the next part of the race, really, because it's still part of the race, isn't it, when you think about it. So 9th and 10th. No sign of Marcel Desailly. You've got Susie Perry down here, though. Hi, Suze. Big Suze. I like Big Suze. Right. 7 for above. Let's go with Risk Taker and the race trim. We'll take Nurse and race trim. Risk Taker and the race trim sounds like a really, really, really bad detective show. Fuel options. So what do we get on these tyres here? We get 11 to 13. So if we take 16 laps of fuel, we'll take 17 just to be safe. And then for you, because you think you get 13 or 15? Yeah, you do. So we'll take 19 laps of fuel. We'll go push for the first lap and overtake there. Really wish we had super overtake mode. So it's Daly, Michelle, or Michael, Lopez, Prost, and Bird in the front 5 with Giacobbe Tossi in 6th. I just wanted to say his name, or her name. I didn't see what it was, boy or a girl. Let's get that sped up to number 2. Deforney dropping position straight away. Gomez gaining a couple. So 7th and 9th. That's not a bad start. It's not a bad start at all. 7th and 8th. Deforney, mate, can you pick up the pace and help out your teammate? Because, well, we need it. Gomez up into 5th. He's going to lose about 3 positions here, though, because he's taken 2 wide on that corner. Got another one there. It's lovely. Deforney in 9th. Should be able to use this boost in a second. I'm going to be using the boost along this really long back stretch here. That's where I'm going to be using my boost. Gomez up into 4th. Let's get the tyres down to neutral. I don't want to burn through them too quickly. Doing that has meant Gomez has lost position straight away, though. So if we can get a 5th and a 9th, I'll be very happy. That'll be good news for us. That's a lot of points. And he says that as Deforney drops down to 11th, is it now? 10th? Still, dropping position. Not good. Let's get Deforney to use his boost in just a second. Gomez, mate, use your boost now. Deforney, as you're starting to speed up, use it now. There we go. Nice little surge there. Which is a game I'm thinking about picking up. Virtual safety car time. Not pitting yet, mate. There's no fucking point in pitting. So there's no overtaking. That was Deforney that crashed. Fuck, mate. Oh dear, everything's on Gomez now. Could have done without that. We could have really done without Deforney crashing. That's really pissed me off. Alright, so just got to worry about Gomez now then, I guess. Great. Deforney, mate, how can you just... So we've got to do this with the worst driver. I say worst driver, he does better than he should. Oh, that's a fucking irritant. Good news is we've got a little bit of distance between us and Maria Lopez. We've got 4 seconds at the minute. We are going to do more pits though, aren't we? Because our tyres are shit. And they're closing the gap already down to 3.3. 3.2. You can see Maria Lopez there. How's that gap doing with Michelle though? It's getting closer, isn't it? Yeah. So pissed off Deforney's crashed. That's really fucked me off. So in the first one the game crashed and now Deforney crashed. So it's like crash and crash. Well, if it wasn't him it would be this. Fucking unreal. Fucking condition. Yeah, fucked. So that gap between us and Maria Lopez has just increased to 3.8-ish. So hopefully we'll be able to keep that gap there. I don't know if we will, but it'd be nice if we could. Nice to be catching up with Daly actually. We need to get points desperately, especially now. If we've only got one driver on the track, we need points desperately. Need a better finish than 7th too. So we're all going to be pretty much pitting at the same time. My intention is to come in at the same time as these guys. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to match them pit for pit basically. How are they doing? They're all on neutral. Their batteries are a lot better than ours. Like, they've got a lot more charge. I use mine a lot. They clearly don't. But we are gunning this engine to try and keep up with them. That's the thing, they'll be using a lot less fuel than we will. That gap has just gone under 3 seconds now. He's managed to pull away from Michelle, that's why. Because he's not having to tussle with Michelle, he's now free to try and catch up with the peloton of the group. It's not a peloton, that's cycling. That's a different thing altogether. Gap's under 2 seconds now. 1.6, 1.5. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one to deal with. So let's have a look at some of these drivers here. So Prost is not thinking about pitting. Bird's not thinking about pitting. Tossi's not thinking about pitting. Neither is Daly. Maria Lopez catching up with us to just a second now. So Daly is now going to pit. What about Bird? Bird isn't. Prost isn't. Daly and Tossi are they? Has Tossi just run out of fuel? Tossi's just run out of fuel. Now, how are we doing fuel-wise and tyre-wise? I think that maybe, rather than the third, you might want to pit. We'll take the super softs again. Yeah, and we'll take 16 laps. We'll take a risky fast one. Now, because some of these drivers who were ahead of us have just run out of fuel, we should be able to gain a few seconds on them. Fingers crossed. So, fueling done. Can we get decent tyres? We do. We get decent tyres. We're coming out in 7th. Just about coming out in 7th. We do have Vern on our tail. Now, there's a lot of guys ahead of us who will have to pit. Either this lap or next. So, that's good. Including Jean-Eric Verne, who's just pulled ahead of us. Prost will pull ahead of us as well, without doubt. So we've got to get ready on this boost here. We do have Bird and Lopez in the pit. We should be able to get ahead of those guys. They're the only two going in. Let's give it a little push to make sure. And as we come around this corner here, we'll have another little dash. Wait for this bit of section here. Lovely stuff. So Jones, Stroll and Apt still need to come in. Heidfeld still needs to come in. We've got Prost on our tail. Prost is a lot better than we are. Verne still needs to go in. Najiri still needs to go in. So there's a few drivers around us, or near us-ish, need to get in the pit. Apt has just gone into the pit. I should imagine that Stroll and Jones have just gone, nah, fuck it. That is odd. We are in 4th now. We're tossing with Prost. Not Tossy, but Prost. For this 4th, 5th position. Not surprising, really. Who's that in 3rd? So Daly's in 3rd, 7 seconds ahead of us. Stroll and Jones have got a pit on this one. They've got to. Just lost out to Prost. We do have Bird on our tail, not far behind us, nearly 3.5 seconds behind us. That is fuck all, though. Up in the 4th again. Yeah, that gap's down to 3 seconds now. Unreal. Now, we do have... What's the difference between us and Apt? There's a nice big gap between us and Apt. 13 seconds. If we can hold that gap, we'll be good. If we finish top 5, I'll be very happy. That's basically my target, is finishing top 5. Talking of which, we're going to pull ahead of Stroll now, so that's 3rd. Even happier with a podium. Who wouldn't be? Are we gaining a bit of distance between us and Bird? No, we're not. I thought we were for a minute there. 2 second gap, well, just under, it's 1.8. Every corner he catches up. It's because we've got shit handling. We've got decent engine, we've got shit handling. We're going to get some lappage in a minute. We're going to pull ahead of Blomqvist and Ambrosio now, which is good. Should mean we're not going to finish last, put it that way. How are the parts looking? Parts looking okay. We're closing that gap on us, and no, Prost is just pulling away massively. Apt. 10 seconds between us and Apt. 1.5 seconds between us and Bird. He's got slightly better tyre wear, so he's not going to pull in before us. I'm going to try and aim to come in at the same time as Daly if I can. As I say, I just want to do the same sort of pits as the top guys. I feel like that's going to serve us rather well. I don't know what tyres they'll use. I can't see that far ahead, but you know, it'll give us a rough standing. So what's this gap now? Still just over a second, 1.5 seconds between us and Bird. We're holding that little bit of distance between us. Apt is falling behind, which is nice. Top 4 would be fucking wonderful. We're not going to hold it for long, but we're just letting this charge build up. Now I know I could use it, but I'm hoping we can build it up. Use it in a second. Bird is using his. He will pull ahead of us now. But I'm hoping we can pull ahead of him in just a second. That's 9 seconds between us and Apt. So that gap is just getting a little bit smaller. We're going to use our boost now. Didn't really go to plan. I was like, yeah, we'll use our boost now, get ahead of Bird. Didn't go to plan. We've got a decent run here. We've got a decent run. So we're looking at 39% on our tyres. Daly's doing slightly better than we are. Prost isn't. Your suspension. Might have to fix his suspension. Don't really want to. 11 seconds ahead of Apt. Now, I think we're going to go in at the same time as Prost, unless Prost goes on this one, which he is. We're not going to go in at the same time as Prost. We're going to look at going in the lap after this, I feel. Yeah. So Prost is going in now-ish. Just pulled ahead of Bird, briefly anyway. There we go, up into second for the minute. Let's use our boost here. Let's get ready to pit. We'll take those again. We'll take 17 laps of fuel. No, 16. Park condition. Worth doing. Worth doing now. I think it's worth doing now anyway. We'll only lose 1 position. I say we lose one position. We'll go down to either 8th or 9th if we get a good pit. And I'm happy with that. Still in the points. It means that we've got a pit out of the way. Other guys ahead of us still need to pit. And other guys ahead of us will still have to fix parts as well. So Bird goes past us. Apt goes past us, I believe, in a second. There he goes. Jones is about to come past us as well, as is Maria, Lopez and Prost. And we should come out in 7th, actually. That's good. Oh, yes. Just pulled out ahead of Heidfeld. That is nice. Let's use this fucking boost here. So we're going to have to do one more pit before the end of the race. That's without a doubt. Prost is using his boost. Lopez still needs to come in. Jones still needs to come in. In fact, everyone apart from Prost ahead of us needs to come in. Heidfeld's going to have to come in soon as well. So we may be able to gain something out of this. If we can get back up to 3rd or 4th, I'll be extremely happy. Let's use that boost. There's no point in the 2% boost, really, was there? Still, I wanted to try and make sure that gap between Heidfeld gets bigger. I mean, it's only 1.6 seconds at the minute, but we need it 1.5. Back down to 1.4. Still, I want to try and increase that gap. Jones is going to the pit now. We're pulling ahead of him already. So we're up in the 6th. So Lopez, Apt, Bird, next lap, I reckon. I don't think they're going to come in just yet. But we're going to save our boost and use it, saying that, but Daly's just gone in now. We're going to use it along here in front of the pit, just to, in case some of those guys go in. So that way we can definitely pull ahead of them. Surprisingly, no one's gone in, apart from Daly, who's going to be coming out any second now. Let's use that boost, get ahead of him, retain some for this next section. Daly's in there for a while, actually. Let's use this boost here. So we've got 4 seconds between us and Heidfeld, so that gap is increasing, which is good. 14 seconds between us and Maria Lopez, though, 20 seconds between us and Prost. But we know these guys are going to have to pit soon. Say Heidfeld's coming in any second now. Who is in the pit? Apt is in the pit. Should be able to pull ahead of him. Saying that, Apt is already on his way out. Not fixing any parts. That is odd. Pissed off about it, actually. I want him to have to go in to fix parts. We do have 5 seconds on him, though. It's 14 seconds between us and Lopez still. And what's that, 26 seconds, 27 seconds between us and Prost. Bird is in the pit. Don't think we're going to get ahead of Bird. Maria Lopez is in. We should be able to get ahead of Maria Lopez. So we're now up into 3rd. How are our parts looking? A little bit concerned about the gearbox and the brakes. Oh, fuck me. They just dipped down massively. Fuck. Might have to fix one more part. I don't want to fix any more parts. Can't afford to waste the time. We need those parts to last. Really. We also need, like, Prost and Bird to have to retire. Alguersuari's going to pit in a second. He's 6 seconds behind us, so you know having him pit is a bonus. I should imagine Stroll is going to have to pit as well. Alguersuari is in the pit. Stroll hasn't pitted, but surprisingly. 6 seconds between us and Apt. That's going to... I was about to say it's going to 7, but it's now 6. And no one in front of us is going to have to pit. We're going to have to pit before Apt as well. How about these parts? Fuck. Basically, everything's looking a bit ropey at this point. Engine's looking ropey, the suspension's looking ropey, the brakes are looking ropey, the gearbox is looking ropey. Fuck a duck. That's weather. The weather's going to be dry for the rest of the race as well. As I say, I much prefer going in the rain. It's more my thing. This gap between us and Apt is 7 seconds. So I want to push a little bit more before we come in. I feel like maybe the gearbox and the suspension will last. It's the gearbox, the engine and the suspension will last. The gearbox and the brakes I'm more concerned about. Got a couple more laps and then we'll come in. Or should we just push and come in on this one? I think if we push, come in on this one, we've got 7 laps left. Should be able to do that on these tyres. Yeah, we'll take these tyres. So 7 laps left. We'll take 11 laps of fuel. We'll fix the brakes. We'll fix the gearbox. Yeah, don't want to. Gonna lose a lot of positions for that. Hopefully, other guys are going to come in and sort things out as well. Definitely need to come in for those brakes. I'm glad we said yes to fixing the brakes. Fuck me, who was that? Maria Lopez has just retired. It's good news for us. Saw this cloud, a fucking plume of smoke go past. So we fucked up on the refuelling. But we're going out in 9th, which not too bad. We do have 10th on our tail. That is Stroll. Vern not far behind. He's using his boost. He managed to get ahead of us. He used this a lot better than we did. I just sort of like had a bit of a panic boost. Vern's got parts, like problems with his parts. We should see our tyres out for this remainder of the race. We've only got a few laps to go, so I'm going to leave it on push. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it on push. Oh, what the fuck is fucking Tossie doing? Apart from being a tosser. So, other people ahead of us who need to pit. Stroll, Heidfeld, I'm saying that Stroll might see this out. Heidfeld, Jones, Daly, Apt. I'm sure these guys are going to have to pit. I'm sure of it. We're in 10th at the minute. We need to be doing better than 10th. Bird, you're not going to be pitting. Prost, you're not going to be pitting. Apt, Daly, Michelle, you got part problems, so hopefully you'll get pulled out. Jones, Heidfeld, you've got part problems, hopefully. So we might be able to get 2 retirements out of this, gain a couple of positions there. Obviously, Maria Lopez going out is why we're still in the points in 10th. It's not a good enough finish for us, though. Vern's going into the pit now. Let's get a shunt along here. Desperately need to be finishing better than this. We need to finish either 5th or 6th. We've got 3 laps left to do it. Yeah, 3 laps left. I don't think any of these guys are going to pit. They're fucking going in for those brakes, and that gearbox has fucked us more or less. The Forney crashing has also fucked us. So, cheers to 4. Oh, he's looking at his parts again, is he? Yeah, I can see it, but no, you're not doing anything about it. Sorry, mate. Let's go attack on these tyres. I think we've got enough in there to really sort of gun it. 2 laps remaining. Okay. Come on, Gomez. I mean, you're not that far behind these 2. And you're a long way behind 7th. But I don't think they're going to retire at this point, unfortunately. Nah, I don't think we're going to do much better than this. I think this is our final position is 10th for this race. It's final lap. I think that's it. That's us fucked, thanks to that game crash. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Come on, Gomez. They're not far ahead of you, mate. Just give it a bit more shunt. Give it a bit more push. 14th. Tossie, mate. You're in the fucking way. Get out of the way. I can see 9th. I can see 9th. Heidfeld's just there. Tossie's in the fucking way. Why no? Why isn't he getting blue flagged? Finish 10th and crash. 10th and crash. We're getting fired at the end of the season. I can see it. I can just fucking see it. Getting fired at the end of the season. Oh, fuck me. That's not good. So Sam Bird, Nicholas Prost, Danny lapped first 3 with Prost getting a 3rd fastest lap. And we are going down to 8th. Susie Perry's here, but unfortunately so is Marcel Desailly. Fucking Marcel Desailly. So our marketability's gone down again, which is not good because we get a sponsorship available to us in a second. We need as high a sponsorship as possible. So I'm a little bit pissed off. Came 7th. I know we came 7th. His happiness is going to dip down even further. Can't be asked to see that. That's 1.3 million just fucking gone. Oh, his happiness is so low. We need to be winning. I made a mistake. Interview, accept the interview. I should have been more careful. So we get another 5% boost there, I guess. But that's going to be the end of this episode. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, please do like and subscribe. Leave it in the comments as well. Put in the comments how much of a fucking idiot I am for saying yes to 5th place, because last season was a fluke. And yeah, why not check out the Football Manager episodes while you're here? Why not? Why not? Give it a go. Have a crack. Might be worth looking at. And once the GTX is here, I will be starting up a new playthrough. Still haven't decided what yet. I'll sort something out for you. Anyway, guys, I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.